fire underneath me to say, all right, you can do more than that. Or you might challenge me one day to say, you know what, yesterday you did 30, today we're going to do 35, today we're going to do 40. So in a sense, we're competing regardless. It's just sometimes, I think when maybe the crowd gets around, or perhaps like, I guess we all have our little weak areas, and I feel maybe it's just because it's so related to strength, and it's our manhood and our pride gets involved. Sometimes, yeah, I guess
the criticism is taken differently. People are not taking constructive criticism; they're just taking a criticism. They're not learning off it. They're becoming hotheads about it because he told me something about that, or he corrected the way I do it. I've been doing this. Like it all goes different directions on how the person taking it. But what we're trying to say is that it doesn't have to be like that. All we doing is working out, and all we want is, you know what I mean, if you have a problem or issue, don't take it a negative way. Just take it as if we're working out and it's a competition. If you want to take it as a competition, then take it as a competition. Don't take it personally and get upset about it, start crying about it. It is what it is.
Exactly. At the end of the day, competition is good. It's definitely good. Get your pride out the way, and you can understand the benefits of competing with one another. Because we have to. We have to stay sharp, man.
B-Rock walked in the park today, did a backflip tuck, and I was telling this man I used to do backflip, and he like pushed me to try it again. So I tried it. I did the little backflip. I used my hands, but I did a spring, but I did it, and that was like, in a sense, it was like he pushed me to try it again. You know? So, and people can't take that. It's like, oh, he thinks he's better than me. No, I don't think. And he didn't come off like he was better than me. No. And he actually said, well, I'm going to show you how to do the tuck again. He's going to assist me and everything. So people take that personally. And I think that's the biggest problem with this whole workout thing. They say it's a movement. They say they want to compete. But when it comes to competing, no one wants to do it.
And also it's the way they address a certain individual. Don't dress a certain individual. I mean, if you want to keep it strictly competition, or you're not going to criticize, don't judge an individual or get directly at them as if you're going to fight them. Like all that fighting, certain words you got to use to eliminate the tension and just still get your point across. People they just go in and just bad when people get upset.
I have to also say, Pete is another person who not only inspired me, but took the time to show me certain routines. You know, like when you see me do that one-arm push-up in the last competition, and I twist, I even used it in the Bronx, that was B-Xtreme. And the Bronx competition, Beats actually came up to me and told me to use one of his moves. You'll see me do the dip, and then I'll swing around and kind of planch out. That's Beats' move. So, I mean, you have people like Beats that are in the game who don't mind taking the time to show you something and work out with you to make you a better person. You know, so that helps keep the movement or the game or whatever it is that people want to classify it as going.
So, how do you feel about people, you know what I'm saying, using other people's moves? How do you feel about it? And not to pay homage, you know what I'm saying, because that's a deep word right there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that sounds like it's submitting opposed to.
But how do you feel about that, people using other people's moves without saying, yo, okay, I'm using this move, but it originated from such and such? Do you think that will cause friction, or do you think they have every right to do any move they want to do?
I think you have the right to do any move you want to do, but at least if you were inspired by the person, like when people ask me all the time, man, how'd you get started? Who got you started?
Yeah, that's right though.
I tell that person, yo, Jeff got it.
Yeah,
Jeff, the one-arm pull-up you see me trying to do, I'm still working on it. You see me actually trying it again, that's from Jeff. That's from the Bar-barians. You've never seen, if you date back and look at my videos, you've never seen me try and do one thing with one arm. So I think you should at least say who inspired you. Give a little credit to that man. I mean, it was an idea that you saw him create, and you see that, at least give him that. So before y'all start seeing everybody do this move right here, that's B-Rock. You know, and I'm going to try it. And he knows it. And I may put a twist to it, but I'm going to say, look, that's not my move. I saw B-Rock do that first. and I'm going to add to it. You're also going to see me do another move B-Rock showed me today. I'm going to jump at the bar, twist, and muscle up. Who showed me that today? B-Rock. So I'm going to give that credit. I'm not going to just say, you know, oh, I did this. So I think that it's okay to do moves, but if you did learn that move from someone, they took the time to show you, or they just inspired you, at least give that man that credit. You know, my daughter gives me credit for the things she learned from me. You know, I give credit to my father who showed me a few things. My brother showed me a few things. I'm going to give the credit.
Dad, let me think. I'm getting ready to ask you a question.
Let me ask you something in the meantime, man. I want to know, like, who are like some of the people in this craft that you really look at and say these are like major players, like key ingredients in this craft?
I have to say, Beast is at the top of the list. I don't even think he's in the list. You know, he's just above that list. He's creative. His strength is incredible, and his endurance. So, I mean, y'all seen his creativity is off the charts. But I'd have to say Beast, Hannibal.
Shout out to N.Y.C.
Yeah, I was still playing basketball in Millbank in Mount Morris Park while he was on the side working out. He's been doing that for a long time. And I'd have to say Zeph. Those are like the top players to me. Top players. I mean, when I think about the game, those are the names that pop in my head as far as where I want to go eventually. Like I said, I've been in this 3 years. 3 years. And I still feel I have a lot to learn. So when I'm around them, I'm quiet and I'm listening. You know?
And that's his opinion, so please don't take it personal. Your name wasn't called.
Oh no, those are the top players to me. You know, like if you ask someone who your top players in the NBA,